music won't go back to what it was doing before, so I can't do the bit. But it was gonna be like, "Welcome, friends, back to Pillow Talk." And then it's gonna be all like,
You can still do it.
"Welcome, friends, back to Pillow Talk." This whole thing, by the way, this whole thing is the intro. We're gonna explore today the concept of dreams. Have you had any good dreams lately?
Ah, yes, but I was asleep.
Welcome to the watching show.
Welcome. All right, let's read that. And since when I stopped worrying about my situation in this world, or how do I get back?
Since I was just the only thing I could think about was Lena.
I was like, what's this weird?
Yeah.
That's because I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Since when was the only thing I could think about Lena, or how others would look at me, or how my actions looked from the other side, is just stop. And it's not like me. In fact, it's inappropriate for this situation. In short, I didn't do anything, and I don't intend to justify things which I didn't do. Bitch. There was no reply. Hey, do you hear me, bitch? I finally decided to see who was actually hiding behind the tree, but no one was there. Oh, awkward. So she left. I rushed over to Lena's boat, but she was already far away, almost near the pier. Am I still doing this? Whatever. No, I guess not. He's given up. I shouted and walked along the shore.
I think have we made all the right decisions to do her story at this point?
Her period. No, I think you're right. It's just this is dramatic bullcrap we have to go through, I think. I got the bell. However, my hands still ached terribly and my eyes were closing themselves. Probably such a physical and, more importantly, emotional load is too much for one person. I walked slowly toward the camp leader's cabin, started staring down at my feet and thinking about nothing. Someone called to me at the square. Alyssa ran up to me.
Have you been to the island?
Yes. To tell the truth, I don't want to talk about anything, but I already didn't have to talk to her.
And how did it go?
Doesn't matter. I'm very tired and I'm going to sleep.
Come on, tell me.
Her face had such a nasty grimace that I shuddered with rage. Why should you care?
Well, I just...
She murmured aloud. Mind your own business. I snapped and quickened my pace toward the cabins. Alyssa did not try to stop me.
And if she did, she would have been successful because scrawny arms.
His arms or her arms?
His arms are scrawny.
Annoyingly, Olga Dmitrievna had not returned yet. Why is that annoying? And I could not find my key. Oh, I guess that's the part. What if I lost it? The only thing I could do was wait. I plopped down into the deck chair and closed my eyes.
I know where I left it. It's probably hidden in Lena's vagina.
What?
The key.
Oh, Lenin. Wait, what?
Lena.
Oh, okay, I'm still very confused. I was gonna say I kept it in the one place no one would look, in the keyhole. But however you want to tagline that.
Okay. Yeah.
My heart was heavy and my soul was being torn apart by vague expectations. From time to time, I had the feeling that I was already dead just without realizing it and had been thrown into hell. But really, instead of trying to get out of here, I'm spinning on a diabolic roundabout, and it goes faster and faster. I'm becoming more and more involved in the life of this world, of this camp, as if I had no past life, the real one, as if I had always interested in the opinions of others. I'm like, damn it, I never cared about it. Why right here? Why right now? Can't I just... Oh, this is creepy. I recalled the face of Lena in tears. Yeah, probably not the opinions of others, but her opinion was the one I cared about. Oh, I heard her far footsteps, the loud footsteps of Olga Dmitrievna. Oh, she's gone. She looked at me for a few seconds.
Oh, she's gone.
Seemed like she was about to say something, but then she just disappeared, opened the door with her key and went in. That's actually weird for her. She's always usually very commanding and
bossy.
demanding, is that the right word? I followed her for some reason. Shapeless shadows, blurry memories, fragments of feelings and emotions swirled in my head for a long time. For so long after that, a while... I read that wrong. I couldn't tell where I was or what's happening to me. The only salvation was sleep. Of course! That's like his purpose in life is to sleep.
Yep. Oh, it's only day 6.
More important than eating.
So
but look with your eyeballs. Look at your special eyes. That means that.
So the next thing you have to do is help Alyssa. This is surprising to me, but it must be done. You have to help Alyssa.
I woke up because somebody was shaking my shoulders.
Wake up, soldier.
Mortar fire hit the company behind me. It was too hard for me to open my eyes, so I just whined pathetically.
Get up already. You're going to miss the lineup.
once I realized what Olga Dmitrievna wanted from me and what time it was, I rolled over to face the wall. Yeah, I was so tired that I wanted to choke the camp leader so she would just quit disturbing my recovery from hellish yesterday.
Wall?
But who knows what
Why
she's
do you want me to
into.
go to the lineup? Wall? You know, I turned to the wall to answer. You know, like, I don't know.
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Sammy, get up immediately.
I mustered my strength, opened my eyes, and sat up. Olga Dmitrievna, I understand, but I had a hard day yesterday. Can I sleep at least today? I started pleading.
It's out of the question. Lineup is mandatory for every pioneer, and you've already missed it a few times, completely disproving the former statement that I made that it's a requirement because you're totally still here.
My head was completely numb, so I just couldn't find the arguments against it. That's just lazy writing. In a couple of minutes, we were already standing at the square. I dozed off, taking great pains to not fall asleep on my feet, so I missed everything that Olga Dmitrievna announced. The majority of the pioneers seemed to feel the same. Electronic yawned constantly, Elisa had huge baggy eyes, and Ulyana seemed to be full of health and energy as always. I swept my eyes over the lineup yet again and couldn't find Lena. That's odd. Generally, she's a diligent and committed girl. It's unlike her to miss such events. On the other hand, that was too much for her yesterday. Such stress. She's probably depressed. Although such behavior from her was very surprising. I mean, I expected that she's not the kind of person she wanted others to see her as, but I never expected such drastic change. Lena, amazingly, somehow reminded me of Alyssa, even though harsh and brutal at times. And now I was not sure how to behave around her. I was simply afraid of her. Bull. Finally, the lineup was over. The pioneers dragged themselves off to breakfast.
Get to breakfast.
Oh, I forgot you existed. Miku caught up with me near the canteen. Senior, good morning. Aren't you sleeping, Idris? How are you? Ready for breakfast? She, as always, blabbered without a break, adding a cute smile at the same time. I'm okay.
Shut up! And punches her in the face.
I grabbed the nearest door and slammed it on her. Today is quite gloomy, maybe because of the weather. It's quite dark. Maybe even rain. So yeah, everyone is sad and gloomy. I thought maybe something happened, but no one told me what. Her eyes like slightly sunk. Can you imagine that? Something happened and everyone knows about it apart from me. I was sad about it, but then... Don't worry, you won't miss the end of the world. I delivered a snarky smirk. That's that new?
No.
I don't recognize this part, but the rest of it I do recognize. It looked as if she was so into her monologue that she completely obliviously nothing around her. And if you are going to miss it somehow, I will make sure to let you know.
I'm going to point something out and you're not going to be able to unsee it. Ready?
Okay.
Her right eyeball. It's just weird.
They're both weird and
I know,
relative to each other.
The one on our right.
Now I'm seeing it.
It's just
I had to
weird.
tilt my head to make it parallel with hers, and now it's way wrong.
It's super not right.
It's to the side of where her eyes should be, and it's twice the size.
Right.
Oh man. Okay. Just tell your head the opposite direction, and it's fine. All right. So,
Yeah.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yep. You're welcome.
And you're right. I can't unsee it, which is ironic because it's an eyeball. I marched to the canteen with a firm step to get my daily portion of fat. I heard it farts. Daily portion of farts, proteins, and carbohydrates. To my surprise.
Enjoy. There's like a
Cafeteria lady. That's her voice.
Farts on your platter. Enjoy.
To my surprise, a seat in the far corner was free. I sat down and tried really hard to make a face that would let everyone know that there really is no need to come anywhere near me, also known as resting beach face. I just wanted to sit alone and think. Moreover, keeping my mind off other things as maybe this is new music.
Don't think so.
Hey, mind if I join you?
I did not know the Slavia standing there. Strange. Sure, I answered after hesitating for a second.
Bad mood.
A bit.
Did something happen?
Not really.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
There's nothing to tell you about. We kept eating in silence until I asked, "Where did you go last night?"
Me, I just want to be alone for a while.
God, Joe. That's not like you. I felt a bit more lively.
Really, but maybe. So not often that you're seen so gloomy.
She might be right. Even in the most unfavorable circumstances, I always try to have a positive outlook on things.
A positive Microsoft outlook on things. Sorry.
Microsoft?
Yeah, it's
the Outlook, the program.
Microsoft
There
Outlook.
we are. I was like, what? I don't get it. Positive Microsoft. Now that I was an optimist, I just always tried not to feel down. Keeping my previous life in mind, it's only natural. As soon as you let depression get a hold of you, the news will start to look very appealing.
Okay, I'm going now because just sitting there
Talking about suicide.
thinking.
When Slavi started the meal, started poking parts of my spoon.
I'll be going.
By the way, have you seen Lena?
Nope, what do you ask?
I didn't see her at the morning lineup. It's not like her.
Maybe you are right. I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest.
Yes, of course. I sat for a few minutes in place and I headed outside without finishing my breakfast. Today was quite gloomy, as you can see. First gloomy
Oh my
day.
gosh, he said it's gloomy like 20 times.
I'm thinking it might be gloomy. I'm not sure. I'd kind of gotten used to the bright and burning sun. The heat today would only subside by the evening. Seemed to be an irreplaceable component of this place. It looks like even here the weather changes after all, almost like it's matching my mood. It looks just like more proof that this place or its creators are sentient and have great storytelling skills. Sometimes I really wanted to focus on a single theory of mine, concentrate on it, and forget about all others. So far, I guess the idea is all this is dreaming or coma, but it's all in his mind because he's sleeping in his apartment. So that explains the storytelling elements that always show up in these threads because he's literally manufacturing it subconsciously, I guess. Just to decide for myself that it's all done by aliens, or am I in a parallel universe, or witchcraft, or military experience, just to pick one and be done with it, to stop thinking about all possible explanations to this situation, constantly jumping from one to the other, just to focus on a single one. But it's impossible. I have almost no facts about anything. Nothing extraordinary has happened to me here yet. Yes, some odd things took place, but they can and they do happen in the real world too. After yet another cycle of similar thoughts, I found myself at the bus stop of Route 410 and the gates of Camp Sovyanak. No answers, no hints, no clues. I was walking wherever my legs were taking me. It was quiet in the residential area. Not a single person there, to be precise. Oh,
You just hear the very far distance.
This is my cabin.
You know, Slappy is going.
a whole bunch of they're all doing their gags in the distance.
Yeah.
Moose.
Oh, look at moose. Maple syrup.
My astonishment grew even more when electronic appeared on the next turn. I wanted to call out to him, but stopped because he was going a little too confidently in an unknown direction. It's strange. That goes against his nature. Anyway, what can I talk with Electronic about? And yeah, I'd have to start the conversation first. Seems like I was completely in despair. However, it would be interesting to follow him and to find out where he's rushing to. As a child, I liked games of spies. And here's a chance to put myself in real spy shoes. I decided to sneak into the house flash, talk quietly in the distance. So we came to the library. Electronic knocked and went inside. Oh, I stood behind a big tree so nobody could see me.
Oh, I hope something funny happens.
I hope something kinky happens.
Yeah, like he and
like
what's her
him
name?
and Shurik.
Oh, Shurik.
He and Shurik, and then
They're like
and the
kissing.
robot or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was absent for quite a long time. Perhaps this is a stupid idea. But yeah, we're gonna find something because in fact, what's the difference?
This is completely different.
Something's gonna happen. Maybe just decided to get something to read. He was walking fast. So what? Perhaps he has some business.
Him and Jenya. Maybe that.
My thoughts were distorted by a lower door slam. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I was wrong. He looked toward the library and saw this is the music I was expecting. Running away from there, and Jenny, who ran after him, shouting along the way.
I don't want to hear it anymore. See you either.
Oh, it's one-sided. They ran past me, but naturally they were so involved in chasing that they didn't even notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny. I decided that I needed to find out what the matter was. I wonder, where could Electronic be running to like that? I don't know where he could be running to like that. We were at the library, so I would guess this because it's right next door.
Sure, go
I
ahead.
guess it doesn't matter. Perhaps he ran into the infirmary. Nope, that's obviously a silly idea. Okay, I'm just gonna go right to left. You're wrong. Hiding in the canteen wouldn't be a bad decision. However, he wasn't here either. That's all there is. Yes, it's quite obvious that he ran straight to his native cybernetics club. I entered without knocking, but didn't find anyone inside. It's Electronic, it's me! The sound of footsteps came from the next room, and soon Electronic himself appeared.
Hi, Simeon. I am Just.
His eyes ran guilty, and his shirt had visible traces of sweat. Going in for sports, I see. Sprinting.
You saw that.
Yes, I saw you sprinting. So I decided to stop by and ask how you were doing and what the balls is going on.
Nothing special, really.
Indeed, fleeing from an angry librarian. It's nothing. You could tell me. I smiled disarmingly.
Really, and you won't tell.
Of course, son, there's the dead. Cross my ass. It seemed I exaggerated there a bit, but it looks like I had convinced him.
Okay, there.
Took a deep breath, gathering strength.
You know, I have liked Jenya since the first day.
At those words, I wanted to fall to the floor and start rolling around, shaken by violent attacks of laughter, but out of respect for him, I refrained. Still, his next few words flew past my ears. What? You got a fart?
I just diarrhea is coming into my ass right now.
All right, I'll take over.
So I just decided, well, you saw what happened next.
Go fart.
How much is left in the episode? Half, really? All right, I'm going to hold it hard.
What?
If it's an emergency, I'm going to run, though.
I thought it was an emergency.
It is,
because you were
but-
leaning all concerned. Your eyes were wide. I was like,
It
so
just-
what's wrong?
It just randomly hit. You know how, like, if you've
I know.
ever taken laxatives and then it just is like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I have. But I think I can. I'm going to go.
All right. That's okay. I'm doing most of this talking anyway. A brave fellow indeed. Well, you try harder, I guess, and you will succeed. I patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh. Thank you for the support. He smiled sadly. Okay, I had to go. I had some work to do. I shot out of the clubhouse like a bullet and finally laughed out loud. However, the woody laugh. However, if you think about it, Electronic and Jenny would make a wonderful couple. They are actually a perfect match. It is strange that Jenny rejected him. Okay, he's not going to expound on that. I thought he was going to say why, because what do you mean they're a perfect match? I was going toward the square, thinking further about the episode. At the end of the day, Electronic is not such a simpleton. Just like that, he declared his love, even realizing that refusal will follow. Or on the contrary, is it because he's just as simple as an apple pie? Either way, you can feel the honesty and sincerity in his behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, years thinking about how to present this in a better way, what consequences it could have, and whether you should even bother. I would do so myself. Yep, figured. No, rather, I have done so. But he just said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently. Oh shit, the bell. These thoughts made me completely melancholy, so much so that the lunch signal, usually so anticipated, didn't trigger any emotions at all. The canteen was cock full. It seems that the camp was slowly emerging from the morning depression. Maybe the sun that had come out from the clouds contributed to that, or maybe something else that I'd missed while running after Electronic. The only places next to Liana and Alyssa turned out to be free. I braced myself and started walking toward them. Eating was still a necessity. Can I sit with you? Oh, just sit down. Why are you so gloomy? It's just that you're too cheerful. I'm trying to maintain the energy balance in the universe. Liana giggled. Oddly enough, the girls do not pay any attention to me and talked about their own concerns. At first, I thought it was good, but then I started to think that they were just taking no notice of me. By the way, where's Lena? Because of all my thinking, I'd completely forgotten about her. I don't know. Alyssa answered absently. Has she still not appeared? As you can see, I took a land run. Nobody's heard anything about her. No. Don't you find it strange? What's so strange? You can jump in now.
No, I'm going to watch.
Okay.
I shitted and farted.
Fast.
Yeah.
That was fast.
I didn't finish either. I just was like,
I got
got
some
the
out.
emergency out. Yep.
And you brought some smell in here, so I believe you.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's what it is. I said what's so strange. She's got a little bit more if you want to jump in.
Let's just be sleeping or something.
Seems more like you're talking about yourself, bitch.
It's none of your business, is it?
Did you, by the way, did they have an option to help Alyssa?
No options.
Okay,
yet.
that's the next thing probably.
Yeah. Alyssa interjected angrily. Well, if the person is missing.
You weren't so worried when Shirk disappeared.
Oh, shit. That's quite different.
Yes, and why, I wonder?
I had no answer. I just blankly looked at Alyssa before I go back to my food. She did not insist on continuing the conversation.
Because you know the future, you just go, I will help you. And it's not there yet.
Yeah. Lunch was over. I silently stood up and went out to the canteen without the goodbye. Wonderful conversation. So Lena disappeared. What should I do now? On the other hand, why should I do anything? Why me? What? Oh, where am I and why am I here? Who Cotton Eye Joe? One cannot be absolutely sure what Lena is and what she seems. Is she perhaps the girl of my dreams? It sounds like he's going to start soliloquizing. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Perhaps all this doesn't even exist, so why should I worry? However, for me now, Lena is still the same Lena.
You know, the one that I met 5 days ago.
It's been a day. Oh, right. But you're right. Initially. Jeez.
Stupid.
We're not. Our brainwaves are
She will
incompatible.
always be that to me.
The girl I met.
Just 5 days ago.
I liked her when she was younger. The modest, quiet girl I met on the first day.
Yeah, they actually said that.
Yeah. It's nice when it happens, and even her strange behavior could not affect my attitude towards her. In the end, it's not certain that I still exist. So while the world is logical, at least to some extent, I have to play by its rules. I quickly went to the camp leader's cabin.
I touched her boob.
Once again, I saw Olga Dmitrievna lying on the bed and reading a book. Do you know where Lena is?
No, why are you asking?
She is nowhere to be found. She missed both breakfast and lunch. She usually eats so much.
So what? I hate her.
She looked at me blankly. Blankly, so what? I hate her. What do you mean, so what? When Shrek was gone, the whole camp was searching for him in the morning.
I don't understand you.
Well, I don't understand you. There's something strange happening in the camp leader again. Is she hiding Lena from me? Nah. She was behaving absolutely incomprehensibly. Do you think it's normal? So where she is now?
I don't know.
I'll go to the beach. I replied calmly. This is too much. I started to lose my temper.
Ask Miko. She is her roommate after all.
That was a good idea because obviously I would get no more answers here. Okay, bye.
You're worthless.
That
I
was
ran
weird.
away.
I went outside, slammed the door, and went to look for Miku and Lena's cabin. It was nice that have we seen this before?
No,
I don't
this
think we
is
have.
Miko and Lena's cabin.
It was nice that the orchestra girl had told me before where she lives, which is why I was at the door of the cabin a minute later. I should have knocked, but for some reason I couldn't. After a few deep breaths, I knocked on this door several times. Come in! I heard the familiar voice. And new frame! What's this guy? Looks like,
Looks like John Lennon.
maybe. What is that? That's Russian? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hi, do you know where Lena is? No, I haven't seen her yet. You're looking for her, right? Don't you think it's strange? By the time I started suspecting everybody of hiding information about Lena's location or conspiracy or involvement of me being here, of Kennedy's assassination and hundreds of other terrible things. Well, maybe I thought she went somewhere and then I just got lost in doing things. Breakfast, music club, happening to clean, and then lunch, and then. Okay, I see. And what about yesterday? Was everything normal? Well, she came late and immediately went to bed. I didn't notice anything wrong. No chance of finding out anything here either. Thanks. I said abruptly and left. Thanks. I said abruptly and left, but it's perfect. It exactly describes what he did.
Yeah.
At that moment, it seemed to me that Lena was the only living person in this pack of talking dummies. I had to find her. However, it seemed almost impossible to do this alone, so I went for help. Who would be most willing to help me? Alyssa, right? Well, that's help Alyssa, not Alyssa help you.
Of course, Slavia.
Of course, Slavia. I decided that at this time she would be engaging in cleaning something. Slavia, always cleaning. So I went there to the square.
That's why I married her in the first playthrough.
She's always cleaning. My sixth sense didn't let me down. Hi!
Hey,
Have you seen Lena?
hey.
Nobody's seen her since this morning. She was absent during breakfast as well as during lunch. Hey. I also think this is, to put it mildly, strange. Can you help me find her?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to just do hay in different speeds.
Maybe later I got cleaner here to finish.
Right. It was like a lightning strike. I took a few awkward steps back and ran away from this place. It is...
Don't look at me.
From the compound.
Don't look at
Admittedly,
me.
this is all really weird. Everybody's in on it. No, that was not her. It was as if somebody had replaced her. Not only her, but also other inhabitants of this camp. What is happening? The strangest thing is that it doesn't have anything to do with me, but with Lena. Maybe she came here in the same way as I did. Although Alyssa and Ilyana have been acting normal. Everyone else hasn't. Those are the two normal ones. Oh, no, Electronic's normal too. And so is the library girl. I guess it's not everybody. Exactly. That could be the reason why she behaves quietly most of the time. No, wait. But what about her knowing Alyssa? Hey, remember how she seemed to be hiding something from everybody? Or it seemed like Lena's quiet for a reason?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason is going to be revealed between these
Yeah, it'd
people
be
that
cool
are being
if it
quiet.
was more than just you get to be with her. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I hope so.
I don't think it is, though. Not optimistic.
Same. Hopeful at best is what I feel about it. My head was going to explode and I started to choke. After catching the breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop. I sat on the curb and covered my face with hands. I covered my face with hands.
Don't look at me.
If before nothing had really been up to me, but was going relatively smoothly, then now I was, as always, helpless. But the situation was totally different. Watching the battle fought from the side with no threat to your life, and being on the hotspot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. A sleepy time she comes. Hey, they actually true colors. I was just sitting. Time passed and the sun began to fall. Probably dinner has already started. Although, what's the difference? I still don't want to eat. I stood up and tugged back.
Trudged.
I was like, that doesn't make sense. To the camp on rubber legs.
I stood up and tugged back to the camp.
I was like, what? What? And so
there I was, walking through the camp, tugging
away.
Yeah.
I tugged my legs back to the camp. I decided to go to the beach. While everybody was at dinner, I could sit quietly and think there. Hey, is she going to be here? Though what could I think about? Enough, maybe? However, my expectations were ruined. Oh, it's not her. On the beach, I met Jenny, which greatly surprised me. You also come here. She looked at me from behind her glasses.
Do you think I'm not a human being?
No, I don't mean that.
What do you mean?
Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena?
No.
I see.
What do you want from her?
Well, nobody's seen her since yesterday evening. Now he's like making fun of her.
Do you think that somebody could get lost in this camp?
She laughed loudly. I don't recognize that. Sure, it succeeded.
That was a special case. Those guys are two peas in a pod, and you never know what to expect from them.
I immediately remembered the morning incident. Tell me, why were you chasing Electronique this morning? Hey, her eyes moved and she blushed. She shrieked. That's her dialogue. A bunch of E's and on our next panel, she shrieked.
It's none of your business.
Just asking.
Because he is a fool.
She turned away after those words. Maybe you shouldn't be so strict towards him. Even to me, it wasn't clear whether I'm defending Electronic or just keeping the conversation going.
How else should I treat him?
Well, give him a chance. You know, such an act requires lots of courage.
You say it as if it's something special, some kind of achievement. Would you be able to do that yourself?
I thought and answered after a while. I don't know. Haven't had the right moment yet.
I hope you'll have it soon.
Zhenya said rudely and walked toward the canteen. I sat down on the sand and thought, I hate sand. True that.
Said Zhenya
I
rudely
said
as
that,
she
I thought.
levitated towards the canteen.
True that. Electronic was able to say it, but can I do the same thing? That is the question, a big question. If I got the right moment, but which and when? It's always easier to think about something ephemeral to get ready for dozens of possible situations, to predict the following events for many steps ahead. But most of the time, it all goes differently. Even a small event is enough to ruin all your plans. And if you're not ready to do it at any time, however, under the circumstances, if you're ready only when everything exactly is expected, it's unlikely you ever get anything worthwhile. Therefore, the only correct answer to Zhenya's question was no. Not an ambiguous, uncertain. No. Slavia would be proud. Not an ambiguous, uncertain, half-hearted, or forced answer. Just no. There's only a simple yes and a simple no. It's always been hard for me to understand that. Between these two extremes, I always worked in a great number of different answers, like maybe, perhaps, probably, and not sure, but I will try. Good stuff, man.
Ellipsis. I slept.
I was so absorbed in my thoughts, I did not notice the darkness still across the camp. That's a good place to stop. Yeah, the Lena tree is a bunch of crap. I mean, there's a bunch of crap left, is what I meant. I mean to say it's a bunch of crap. It kind of is, but...
Well, technically, this could be the Lena bad end, but I don't think we've done anything except for what it's told us to do, so...
Yeah.
Maybe the good end has to... You have to go
maybe
through
the
this
good end
bowl.
is dramatic and bad. Like, maybe the good end is Lena was secretly controlled by aliens.
I just want to reiterate, the Slavia ending was way better as far as dating endings go.
So far. And I guess this won't be any better, but...
Yeah, even though it was like all stupid.
All right, be good and suck one. And by suck one, I mean hug your family, obviously.
Yeah, do it.